Yo, what's the deal, man? It's your player partner, Bobby WJ. And I'm back at you again. Here's another broadcast before I get into the context of the content, I would like to give praise to the Most High God. God, thank you for blessing us to see another day. You know what I mean? We pray that we can see many more to come. We pray for good health. We pray for financial stability. We pray for discernment. We pray for resiliency. We pray for everything that we're going to need in order to navigate through these hard times that are vastly approaching. I want to share this with y'all, man. I'm on some low vibrational shit, but how about let's introduce some something of substance and significant to the broadcast. So I just want to share this, man, because they say that the PLAGUE is back. They saying that also the levels of COVID is increasing. So I just want to share something with y'all, you know what I mean? And this is Luke 21:11. And then we're gonna get into this content. Fucking Jets. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna be reading from Luke 21:11. And this is what it say: there will be great earthquakes, and there will be famines and plagues in many lands. When they talk about a plague, you can equate that to that E word. Remember the E word? I can't say it on here because then my page will get flagged and then they'll take disciplinary actions out against me and all that. But remember when we had the cases of the COVID and what that was? They saying that it was a pan and we called it a pandemic. Take off the B, put the P. So it say there would be great earthquakes, and there will be famines and plagues in many lands, and there will be terrifying things and great miraculous signs from the heavens. Even when we just address it from the standpoint of things that's going to be taking place in the heavens, they saying that the thing way out there, the northern lights, is going to extend, and you will be able to see it from 18 different United States of America states. You feel what I'm saying? P's and Q's. Let's go. Hey, man, P's and Q's, man. I think you should jump on this thing at some point. Demetrius Dupree, one of the funniest guys that I know, and I say that respectfully, man. Much love and respect. Before we get into the content, man, I would like to shout out my player partner. None other than, you know what I mean? Hold on, let me put it right here. Hey, man, nothing is for sale. Disclaimer, nothing is for sale. But if you're looking for that late night get right, that top of the morning while you yawning, you need to get it. You know what I mean? You need to get it on and on and on and on and on. Tap in, man. Tap in for the tap in. I will be dropping the information in the comments. But this right here, you remember what Cat Williams said? This right here, nigga, this right here, nigga, I'm gonna call this death. Top of the line on my mama. My reputation is on it. I don't play with my word. I don't play with my reputation. If you haven't tapped in for the tap in, please do so. Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in for the tap in. Mr. Exotics on Instagram. Mr. Exotics on Instagram. If you are an elite, you feel what I'm saying? You need to go over there. Nothing is for sale. But if you are an elite indulger, elite, you don't mind penning a little paper to get that. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is it. Oh, my mama, this is it. If you ain't ever took my word on nothing, take my word on this and tap in. Mr. Exotics on Instagram. Mr. Exotics on Instagram. There it is there. Let's get into some content, man. At some point in time, I would love for P's and Q's to come on here. You feel what I'm saying? So that we can address a few things. I feel like a few things need to be addressed. Before we get into that, let's get into this, man. Let's watch a few videos real quick, man. Top, what is the dinner? Peace and blessings to you, King. Frank Nitty, what's the dinner, man? Hey, shout out to all my people, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Time after time. Hold on, let's go right here. Why didn't pop up? Hold on. And it's like literally right there. Hold on. Hey, while I'm doing this, man, I want y'all to start paying more attention to y'all dreams, man. Because some of y'all is about to start getting some divine messages in y'all dreams. And I want y'all to pay attention, man, and don't take it too lightly. Here we go right here. Oh, Nanny saying I'm in traffic. Fish shake it out, man. They told me you was gonna say that. Hey, man, here we go. Hey, you know, we do a lot of bickering. We do a lot of fighting amongst ourselves. And when we fight amongst ourselves and we be, you know, so quick to engage one another and we be obsessed with that, with that turmoil, with that confrontation, and you know, the problems that we create for one another or the problems that we entertain from one another. But let me show you the reality of it. Let's get into this.
Same thing that I said with Clubhouse. All the black people on Clubhouse, Clubhouse raised $100 million at $1 billion valuation, did nothing for black people. Guess what? Investors in Clubhouse, Andreessen Horowitz.
Pause. I want y'all to think about, man, I got my big bro on here, Big Mitch. What's the dinner nail, man? Shout out to all my kin folks out here in Vegas, man. Much love and respect on the rental nails. Hey, man, say, man, Mr. Exotics. This is the only way to go. For anybody that's going and you trying to figure out what way to go this way. Mr. Exotics. Top shelf, premium quality, have no competitors. The only competitor is the competitor. Who's the competitor? Who's the person that can't compete with nobody? You feel what I'm saying? But this is listen, homie, league of his own. Apex. Apex right here, Mr. Exotics. It's two places where you can, you know, whatever the case may be, Mr. Exotics on IG, or your player partner. But let's get into this content, man. Oh yeah, what I was about to say was this. The reason why a lot of us is familiar with Clubhouse is not the Caucasians that's on there and all the other, you know, content creators that's on Clubhouse. We are familiar with Clubhouse because of WAC 100. So Clubhouse, and they typically do this, man. They always use a African American person to open up the doors. Michael Jordan and Nike. I mean, let's just dissect this shit and let's make some sense of it. Can we dissect it? Get out our feelings, get out of our emotions and make some sense of it. Who would have been buying Nike if it wasn't for Michael Jordan? But is Michael Jordan making multiple $billion per year off of Nike? No. Michael Jordan is a company under the brand Nike. Michael Jordan don't own Jordan. Nike owns that. But the only reason why we buy Nikes is because it was popularized by black folks. It was popularized by Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan don't even own the brand that we are so obsessed with. That's crazy. Caucasians, they use a black person to open up the doors and they become rich. They become wealthy. And it's the same thing that we're seeing now. Even with Adidas and other companies and whatnot, they use African Americans to be the poster child, to be the ambassador of the brand, and they go out there and they get us to support. We think we are supporting our own, but we are not, because our own doesn't even own it. So we were supporting Clubhouse and going on there. Oh, WAC 100 got Clubhouse. Some people thought WAC 100 owned Clubhouse, but let's get into the content and let me show you how the creators and the CEOs of let me show you how the creators and the CEOs of Clubhouse feel about you. While we're trying to support WAC 100, or we're trying to be in opposition to WAC 100 using the platform Clubhouse, let me show you how they feel about niggas.
A16Z, they hired Daniel Penny, the young man that killed the other black young man, Jordan Neely, and hired him to be an investor at A16Z with no investing experience. The only reason they hired him is because he killed Jordan Neely. He has no experience of investing in tech startups. But A16Z, right, took Daniel Penny and said, we're going to teach him how to invest in tech startups because he killed Jordan Neely. And black people still sit over on Clubhouse. And that is the thing.
So basically, what they did with this dude, they rewarded him for being all over social media, unaliving a black dude. He choked him to death. He strangled him. And this is how he get rewarded. See, when they unalive us, they get rewarded. George Zimmerman. Hold on 1 minute. Yo, what's the deal, Brody? Hey, I'm live. Who the fuck this nigga think he talking to? Y'all let me know in the comments. Who the fuck do this nigga think he talking to with that level of monotone? I mean, you can ask a more respectful way, then I can drop the link. Huh? May I drop the link? I said, are you saying may I drop the link, or are you giving me a command to drop the link? I'm just curious.
I'm not gonna answer that because now you ain't player shit.
The fuck? Here this nigga go with this Mac. Hey, I'm gone, man. I'm about to hang up. I'm gone. This nigga tripping. That nigga tripping, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna bring our conversations to the internet, man. But my player partner, man, you know what I mean? Let's get back into the content, man. Then we gonna drop this link and see what the brother got to say, man.
Thing that is like, yo, I get it. Like, you don't understand that the money that is being generated, those guys are taking that money and putting those into agendas that work against black people.
Yeah.
And we sit on these platforms and we don't see the train coming down the tracks because we're too busy doing Jet 2 holidays and posting memes, and we're doing the Chris Brown challenge right now.
Yeah.
And I understand I want to do them too.
Yeah.
But the foundation has to be laid of where are we going to go, where are we going to build community, where are we going to have those conversations. It's the same thing that I said with Clubhouse. All the black people on Clubhouse raised.
So before we get into the content, this is what I want to say. This goes out to all the Los Angeles content creators. Yeah, we can come on here, we can degrade each other, we can potentially beat each other up and, you know, create toxic relationships to where some of us potentially would blow one another. But can we collectively bring our resources together? Can we pool our resources and start our own streaming platform or social media platform to where we can go get on there and talk our shit and bring and create generational wealth? How much is that gonna cost? How much that's gonna cost? We got to get a computer or a programmer, a coder, whatever we got to do. I don't have much, but what I do have, I'm willing to put it all up. I got some chains around my neck. This shit is real gold. You feel what I'm saying? Not bragging or boasting, but what I'm saying, Rich Trapper, Compton Rick Rock, Young and Hefe, Munchie B, King Peel, who else? The Viral Way. Who else is out there? Anybody. Can we put some dollars up to create our own streaming platform? Can we put some dollars up to start our own social media platform, our own social media outlet, to where when we come on here, we talk our shit against each other? Nigga, fuck you, nigga. When I see you, nigga, I'm yeah. Run them numbers up. That's a bigger check than what YouTube gonna get us. Run those numbers up. That's a bigger check than what Twitch gonna get us. And where we go, the crowd gonna follow. So we come on YouTube. YouTube say, nah, you can't say that. Don't say that. If you say that, then we're going to strike you. If you say anything against the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, L, I, you know what I'm talking about. What Rich Trapper is a part of, the alphabet people, right? If you say anything against them, we're going to take your page. If you promote this or you say this and you say that, we're going to, but you can come on this motherfucker and say, nigga. Still a motherfucking nigga. But you can't drop the F-bomb, which is basically mean a pal of sticks or a cigarette. If you're in the United Kingdoms, it's a cigarette when you drop the F-bomb. But you can't come on here and say because you offend, you know, the A, B, D, D, L, I, G, B, T, Q, you offend him. Now your page is gone. You offend, you know, Adam 22. He contact his people that's higher up because he's part of an order. You understand what I'm saying? And then they take your page. Oh no, that doesn't align with our agenda. He's trying to wake up the people. He's trying to, you know, provoke his people to think outside of the you know, the borders, the perimeters that we set around the African American people mind. Like, no, fuck that. Let's create our own. What we got to do? Do we got to go to UCLA, USC, hit some of these universities and get a person who designs and creates apps, who can do the computer coding to where we can get our own shit? We don't need Clubhouse. We don't really need YouTube. Let's go create our own to where we actually are empowering people to exercise their freedom of speech. We don't have freedom of speech on YouTube. It's not there. That's a violation of constitutional rights. But being that we can't band together and fight for anything, they continue to strike your page, take his page, delete his account. Like, no, that's not cool. Mark Zuckerberg and his people deleted my stuff, and I had sentimental photographs and videos and whatnot, and just deleted it. Couldn't challenge it and none of that. Nope, it's gone. Because I'm talking about power to the people. Because I got individuals that got into it with my homies that came over and they had intentions of doing things that could have led to their demise. No, we all black. Your little kinfolks want to fight? Little homie, you want to fight him? Yeah, man, for sure. Hey, look, y'all back up, go to the end of the alleyway. Hey, listen, y'all back up, go to the end of the alleyway, and y'all spectate from there. Day get with his program. And the little homie Day out there catching him. Shout out to the little brother that fought. And the little homie ain't dog him. Little homie got the best of him, but he ain't dog him. Shout out to the 7 Trey. I think it's 7 Trey Gangsters, the 7 Trey Hustlers, man. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my player partner Silky from out of Inglewood, man. You know, it was just a minor situation, homie. And as a black man who loved black people, I inserted myself in that. That gloves up, guns down, that came from me back then when I, you know, when that happened in the projects, man. Instead of us pulling out these things and, you know, making funeral arrangements and trying to get bail money and money to use to collect phones and all this, man, look, we can resolve it like this. If your little kinfolks want to fight, you want to fight? Yeah, I fight. You want to fight? Yeah, I fight. And they got out there. My homies ain't jumping or none of that. The little homie got out there with him. Little homie's hitting a little too hard. You feel what I'm saying? When little bro said, I'm cool, the little dude, when he said, I'm cool, it was over. We ain't diss him. We ain't none of that. We shook hands. We exchanged numbers, and that is what it is. Now the motherfucker made a brother over there out of the 7 Trey Hustlers or 7 Trey Gangsters. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what it's got to. That's what it has to be about. That was the type of content that I was putting up on my Facebook page, promoting brothers to resolve their conflicts without black or blaming each other. You feel what I'm saying? And they took my page. But where's my freedom of speech? My freedom to express. So to all the Los Angeles County podcasters, let's put up some bread, man, and let's create our own thing. Let's take our audience over there. Let's go get some millions. Let's go get some hundreds of thousands. Let's go create our own. Let's get that shit up and running. You feel what I'm saying? Let's be Jay-Z saying, till you're on your own, you can't beat me. No. He say, till you're on your own, you can't be me. Till you're on your own, you can't be free. We can't be free on YouTube. I got this brother that would like to come on and address a few things. I would like to get into the content, then had a brother to come on. But fuck it, if the brother want to come on, we're going to bring the brother on, man. Let me close this out right here. And then we're going to open this up. We're going to drop the link. Drop the link right there. The brother's going to pull over to the side of the road so that he can bless us all with his presence. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to introduce to you Brother P's and Q's. Brilliance Win says, yeah, any tech school in LA will work. Interview a few brothers that see the vision and benefit. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's create our own. I'm tired of them having restrictions and prohibitions and prohibitions on me. I can't even come on here and talk about COVID and the actual effects that it had on our bodies. It fucked a lot of us up. Did you know that? We're waiting on P's and Q's. When he get in here, I guarantee y'all he don't be on the side of the road, and he probably like somewhere in a building, in a store, strip club. Don't say strip club, but he's somewhere inside of a business establishment or a residential facility or something like that. I guarantee you, we just waiting on him. Oh, here you go, right here.
Yeah.
Hey, P's and Q's, how you doing, brother?
You tough, man. You tough.
I've been that way
I had
since
to
I was a
park my
baby,
car,
man.
man. Damn.
All right. Okay. We with you, brother. Brother P's and Q's. We with you, brother. Well, while we waiting on him to get his reception together.
No, my shit is straight. I got 5G.
Okay, we got you now. You had cut out for a minute, brother. What's the deal, brother? What
So
we on, man?
we on what we talked about this morning?
Hey, brother, it doesn't make me any never mind. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, so what we had talked about was we need to start up a and we need to set up some parameters because I just got finished working out myself. I work out probably like 2 times a day. I'm going hard. Pause.
Hey,
But
pause, brother,
you're right.
pause. We got a brother that just
What's
tapped
up?
in called the Big Dog. I'm about to let him in. Is that cool with you?
The who? I don't
The
know.
big
Okay,
dog.
it's your
All
thing.
right, just a disclaimer. I don't know who the brother is. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna bring him up. So if shit get heated, it ain't on me. Just letting you know. The
What's
big
up,
dog.
yeah,
What's the
yeah?
deal? Oh, that's Popeye.
Yeah, that's Popeye. What it do?
Oh hell no, man! Why you
Nigga, you
keep
supposed to be
changing
at
your
work.
name and shit, man?
You supposed to be at work.
Hey, this nigga changed his look too. Look,
You supposed to. Look,
hey,
oh, he
this
said he
nigga
cut.
changed
Look
his
at
I
this.
got I
identity,
got the
bro.
bag, I got the badge, I got the beard shade off, I got the work hat.
Oh, you got to upgrade.
Incognito.
You
Hey,
got to upgrade.
Incognito.
hey, hey,
They
it
got to
gotta be
upgrade.
the universe, bro. It gotta be the universe. I'm glad that you jumped on. And the reason why I'm glad that you jumped on, because I got a message to the LA County content creators. And what I would like to tell them, and y'all can chime in if you want to, shut the fuck up. If you ain't
Mhm.
Popeye, if you ain't Bobby Ye, and you ain't 600, all you niggas need to shut the fuck up. All you niggas get on this motherfucker. Y'all be doing all this big popping it about this, that, and third. Don't nobody
Yeah.
give a fuck about that. If you niggas doing it just for the numbers, then let it be just for the numbers. But all this in exaggerated talking, you niggas is gangsters and y'all willing to do this and all that. Until we see that or hear of it, man, shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that, man. Take it away, peace
Saying
and
them
truth.
niggas ain't doing this, then shut the fuck up, right?
Niggas ain't
Period.
fighting. The only
Uh,
niggas on the internet from out of Los Angeles is fighting is myself, Papa, and 600.
Yeah.
The nigga,
Okay.
the nigga Rich Trapper say he want to get down and he want to fight and all that on PJ Crip. We can fight, big dog.
Yeah.
You know that you hold on, pause. You know the nigga you know the nigga Dario Hernandez. A lot of my homies fuck with Dario Hernandez. If you really want to fight on Eastside PJ Wash Crip, I can allow you to come to my projects. We can get down in the middle of the gym field. Ain't nobody gonna jump you. Ain't nobody gonna pack you out. Ain't nobody gonna pop you. Ain't nobody gonna stab you. Ain't nobody gonna none of that. If you really want to get down, we can box, dog. I'm gonna invite you to
Yeah.
the projects. We gonna get in the grass and we gonna go for what we know, and we just gonna let bygones be bygones, and that's what it
I'm
is.
with that shit. I'm with that shit. That needs to
Because
be. That
it's
need to
too much
happen. I'm
talking.
with it.
It's too much talking.
It
All these
is,
niggas
bro.
is gangsters. All these niggas is tough and all that, but it ain't no actions behind these niggas. Behind these niggas' words. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It's time to get down. It need to be a what they call that shit when you flush out the old blood. What is it called?
Dialysis.
No, this nigga. No, nigga. Relax. When you clean out the old shit and you start the new shit, it's
I
called
just call
it.
it reconstruction or redevelopment.
Yeah, something like that. You know the words.
I don't know that word.
I
Flush
call you
out the
big word.
system.
No, flush out. Like okay, say the mafia, they do it. They
Right.
get the bad blood out.
Almost like a cleansing.
A cleansing. Yeah, it need to be a cleansing.
You mean to tell
On
me this nigga
YouTube.
ain't know what the fuck cleansing was? Nah, don't
Nah,
laugh at him.
man.
This my nigga.
You left me. Popeye
Don't worry
left.
about it. Nah, that ain't Papa. I don't know where the fuck Papa went, but Papa should have been on here.
You left.
Yeah, he
You're
left.
cleansing. A cleansing. Everybody need to fight. I want to fight for sure. I ain't working out for nothing, running all these hundreds of miles and
So
going up the hills.
who specifically would you be interested in fighting?
I'll fight Trapper. I'll fight Rich Trapper.
All right. We're
Because
Rich
I see
Trapper.
that's where you're going with it. I'll fight anybody. I
Nah,
don't
nah,
give a
nah.
fuck.
That ain't where I was going with it. You feel what I'm
I'll
saying?
fight. Okay, let's start with him. And then whoever else want to fight.
Right,
I don't give a fuck about no fighting. I grew up fighting.
right.
Yeah. Let's all fight. What is the big deal?
Man, these niggas don't want to fight.
Well, what's the big deal? Why is it a thing? Like with the Brandon situation. Why is that a big deal? I fought in garages before. Nigga, we used to fight in the garage. Nigga, I remember one time we fought in the garage in front hood all day long. And drinking juices, ice cream man, riding dirt bikes, and fighting. So what the
Right,
fuck? Why is everybody scared to fight, bro? I
right.
ain't scared to fight.
Well, the niggas that I know that's not scared to fight is myself, Papa, and 600. These niggas has
I'm
fought.
not scared to fight. You need to put me in there too. Don't say that I'm
Well,
scared to fight.
I can't say. Well, listen, I don't know
Oh,
if you
until you
scared or
see
not.
me.
I'm
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about
so
the
I get down.
individuals that's on the internet popping this shit. We seen 600 fight a few times, whether he lost or he won, and nigga fought. We seen what y'all ain't see it, but me
He
and
did
Papa,
fight.
yeah, hell yeah, he fought. You feel what I'm saying? But All these other niggas, man, all they doing on this motherfucker is bumping their gums, and they say, man, I'm not a lip boxer, I don't bump gums and all this and all that, but that's all these niggas do.
Hey, can I
Yeah,
say
I'm
something
sick of
real
that
quick?
shit too.
Yeah, do your thing.
Who
I ain't
that
trying to be
is?
funny or nothing.
All
How you doing,
right,
brother?
go ahead.
Hey, look.
So,
Hey, look, this off topic a little bit, but look, with me and Yeah, did our little sparring match, bro. I had a headache for about a week.
Nope,
I'm
let's
not
not go into
BSing.
that.
No. Let me say, like
This
I said,
nigga.
ain't nothing crazy. I'm just saying, I had a headache for like a week, so y'all might want to, get some headgear next
if,
time y'all do your thing, because I thought. But anyway, look, I
no,
was
but if
hitting
we
you
was in
up.
jail, we wouldn't have no headgear. You just
Hey,
when
but
you
Nope,
look,
walk
look,
into
no,
jail.
wait, hold on. Papa got a
Okay, go
point.
ahead.
Because at the
Okay.
end of the day, we're not trying to fuck over each other. We're not trying to humiliate each other. All we're trying to do is get to a point till we establish respect and set a precedence for these babies.
right,
Niggas ain't trying to hurt niggas. You got to understand, homie, even going in the ring, my nigga, you can hit a nigga the wrong way and kill him.
yeah,
These are the dynamics when we call motherfuckers out to these fades and all this. We not trying to unalive nobody, homie. We just want
Yeah,
niggas to either shut the fuck up or produce the actions of your words. That's it. That's all.
right.
yeah. Well, I'm
But
not
look,
going. I'm not going by that. I'm
but
going
look,
inside the ring. I
look.
want to hurt somebody.
Well, okay, hold on.
So
Pause real quick on
that's
that one, real
cool.
quick.
Go ahead,
If
brother.
Yes,
God,
sir.
God permitted, right now I was hitting you, but right now, if God permitted and it happens, do you want me to give a message to 607 in person? Because hopefully I'm about to meet up with him real quick.
Is you gonna
607.
beat him up? That's
Nah,
some
I'm not
man,
weird
gonna
don't
put
do
nigga.
my
the
hands on
deal.
him.
Nah,
Oh,
man,
okay,
don't put
okay.
your hands
I'm
on
not
that
on
nigga,
that.
man.
All right, for
No,
sure.
man.
'Cause
Listen,
I'm pumped
if
up.
you
I'm
meet
powered up.
607 Unc, man, do you some content, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
Shit,
gonna blow
make
your
him
shit
as a
up.
make him as a connect and do your thinner thing, man, on the reels. But I ain't got no
Okay.
message for him. You feel me? Shit,
Okay.
nigga, just
Okay. Okay.
keep doing what you do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to go pull up over there real quick. Holler at him.
Oh,
I'm
that's
really
why you
doing a
saved
favor.
your. That's why you try to get
No,
all
no,
fresh and
no,
shit.
no, no, no. Actually,
Hey, listen. When you meet up with 607 Unc, right? Let him know nothing is for sale, but you know what I mean? The best in the West Coast is right here.
And he could promote these fights.
The best in the West Coast is right here.
And he could promote these fights. Because that's the topic. And I don't want us to veer off the topic.
Man, but niggas really don't want to niggas really don't want to fight, big dog. A lot of niggas want to get on this motherfucker and pop it from the confines of their houses and their, you know what I mean, wherever the fuck they go live and they stream from. It's safe there.
Yeah.
Everybody don't want to fight because some of these niggas will be exposed. Nobody wants to be exposed. Everybody want to be able to continue this motherfucking
But the
masquerade and all
crazy
this and
part
all
they don't
that.
understand is even if you lose, as long as you showed up to fight,
You win.
is the thing. You won.
Right,
That's what my dad. Look, let me tell you. I had a USC jersey, right?
right,
You know where I stayed at. We ain't got to keep saying all that. Them little niggas took my shit. Like, nigga, you can't wear this over here. Nigga, I tried to go to the crib. My dad said, you better bring that jersey back or your ass ain't coming inside the house. Nigga, I sat outside all day. And he got tired of it. He said, okay, you don't want to get the jersey back? So it's either the belt or you go get the jersey back. And I knew my dad belt was way more harder than how these niggas hit. And I went and got my jersey back. I took some lashings, but I did it. I did that shit. Pop bought me a dirt bike. He was like, at least you went out there and fought.
right.
And that's what needs to be said with it. It needs to be some examples, bro.
Hey, shout out Northbound Media. Shout out to the A-Trey
Northbound.
Gangsters.
That's the
Shout
homie.
out
I
to the
can't see the
A-Trey
chat.
Gangsters, cuz on Crip.
That's the homie North. Yeah, man. It need to be some ass whoopings going on. We could start our own network. Fuck,
We
I
need
could
to.
I could have
We
helped you
need
with
to.
that. I don't even
We
know why you
need
said
to.
that.
I mean, well, let's just get cracking on it. Let's start our own platform. You feel what I'm
Yeah, where
saying?
niggas is fighting. You got beef on the internet.
Nah,
You
listen,
come
listen,
onto this
listen. No,
shit and
no,
we
no, no, no.
fight.
Wait. We can't make it exclusively about fighting, big dog, because you're gonna scare some niggas away. See, look,
All
let me
right.
just say this. Doing hood days and all that, when niggas say it's a party, everybody gonna come and party. So I'm telling, I'm
But it's
telling
really
certain
a
I'm telling
yeah.
certain homies, like, listen, cuz we can't tell niggas we having a hood meeting and we about to get niggas together. Some niggas gonna get DPs and put off. Certain niggas ain't gonna show. But if you
Yeah.
say it's a party, nigga, We got the drink, we got the bitches, we got everybody gonna come to party, but ain't nobody gonna come to get down and handle the candle and be held accountable. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we can't make it exclusively about fighting because some brothers don't want to fight. But my thing is this: if you don't want to fight, stop pushing that narrative. Stop
yeah.
pretending and masquerading to be an individual that's willing to do that.
Stop cosplaying as a fighter.
Stop cosplaying on my mama.
You know what I'm saying? When it's niggas out here willing to fight you and you're ducking it for a year and a half. When a
All right,
nigga saying, "Yeah, I'm
Elasito.
willing to swap," you know what I'm saying? Then I feel what I understand what you're saying. It pisses you off, bro. It
I'm not
makes you
pissed off
mad.
by these weird ass niggas. I'm not pissed off by some of these weird ass niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Because we done seen this shit before. We done seen it in the
Yeah.
streets. Niggas masquerading and pretending to be this and be that. Like this shit at some point in time is actually hilarious. It's actually entertaining.
Especially when the nigga calling out a gang of people like, "Oh yeah, and I do this to him, and I do this to him," but
Hey,
we
I,
haven't
I
seen you
just
do nothing to nobody yet.
I just seen a nigga King Peel call out the nigga Tiny Hawk. Tiny Hawk was just on social media saying if any nigga call him out, it's gonna be this, this, that, and third. But King Peel just called him out and said, "Listen, nigga, I can meet you in the 50s in the Hoover Hood at that park we was at." But we don't
Uh
see none. See, what I don't
huh.
understand how niggas be cool and then they fall out. They act like they was never familiar. They act like they're inaccessible. Me and Papa had a disagreement. We still cool, but when we had that disagreement, nigga, we still got each other contact information and we contact information that we can pull up. Why we don't see this from these other niggas?
Because they're not
Because they
serious.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
not
that's
serious.
what.
When you dealing with a man that's serious, different things take place. You know,
Right.
How
they're
you
not
doing today?
serious.
You good?
So,
There you go.
I mean, I just wanted to interject that real quick.
Some real shit.
Appreciate you letting me on your platform, brother. I appreciate you inviting
Shit,
me.
why not, man? I don't hold no malice against you, my brother.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
can't
I'm
live
over here.
315. I heard, Papa. I heard you can't live no 315 or some shit like that. That's what they say in the
Oh,
street.
I'm glad. I'm glad you said that, man. I'm glad you
Yeah,
said
'cause-
that because actually I was headed to the
This nigga
gym,
crazy.
and the homie, he asked me to do him a favor. That's why I was gonna go see 607 son. But
uh-huh.
I actually brought me some creatine since you talking about well, this
Oh,
is actually
okay, okay, okay.
this the
That's
creatine
what I was
right
just saying.
here.
I was just saying what's going
I
on.
had to, I had to hit the
Oh, you
GMC
serious?
store.
You
Oh yeah, I
serious?
hit the
You serious?
GMC store just real quick before I
Okay, yeah. Okay,
before I came
okay.
and picked the
All right,
homie
well,
up.
you
I was
cleared
gonna
it
go
up.
do like 2 hours up in there, and I could bench press 315 10 times. By the way.
That's right.
Okay. Well, shit, I can only get it 3. So you good.
Yeah, now I'm up in the 400 club, but nah, it's all
Oh,
good. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm good.
see. Oh, that's another battle we need to have.
That's a
Yeah.
good one
Just
too. Yeah, like we can have
give me a
lift
couple of
offs.
months. It's cool. It's cool. I just
We
got
can.
back.
That's.
I
Well,
wasn't
I
like
remember.
this.
Well,
I
remember
wasn't
when we
like
was growing
this.
up? Remember? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the brother name. What's the brother name again?
Who?
That we're speaking to. Oh, P's and Q's.
Oh yeah,
P.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
P's and Q's. P's and Q's. I remember when I was growing up, and yeah, dude, we was growing up, man. And now the kids used to play Pop Warner, and
Yeah,
Mhm.
everybody was like, the Compton Titans used to play against like the demos and
yeah.
all
Oh,
the
I
little
played
the
for the
little.
demos. You know we was indestructible. And then I
I'm
went to
saying
the
we gotta
Jackrabbits.
get back to that where we out there and we rooting for these kids, even if they not your kids, to push them towards sports and
Yeah.
positive things that way, lifting weights, track meets. I remember when I was growing up, that was the thing to do,
Yeah.
you know.
Niggas, you play for Greater Compton?
I actually look. I know I'm gonna get a lot of
Here
backlash
we
from this.
go.
A
Here
lot
we
of
go.
dudes
He
gonna
played for
talk.
Hawthorne. He played for
No, no,
Hawthorne.
no. Actually, believe it or not, I've been to 4 high schools in LA County,
Okay.
and
Who you play for in
because
Pop Warner though?
I didn't play Pop Warner, I played high school. I played Compton Tar Babes. I was a Tar Babe.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, I used to be
Hey
out there
man,
in
you done went
Compton.
to a few Crip schools, man. You sure you ain't
Yeah,
what
that's
you
what I'm
call it?
Yeah,
saying. That's a
look,
lot of
hey, look, that's
Crips.
where I got my squabble skills from.
Yeah.
Going to them Crip schools. Hey, look,
Over there by
hey,
the
but you know
That's
what?
Webbers.
The Crip showed me love though, homie. So it was like, I played sports. That's what got me through school. I've been
right.
to a couple dangerous schools, but for the most part, man, I think that's what we got to get back to. Pushing those kids towards that, and us as young black men and older black men, encouraging them to do that because a lot of these kids in the hood got talent.
Right. That's
They
true.
do.
You know,
They do. And I
So
gotta I
what'd
don't
be
wanna
the
say it.
reason? What'd be the reason
no, you
for us
good.
pushing
You
them
want to say
towards,
something?
sports and shit? Sports and shit.
What you say? I apologize. I was speaking to the homie.
No,
What you
it's all
say?
good. What'd be the reason for us pushing them towards sports versus academics?
It's, well, we could push them towards both because when I was growing up, the coach wouldn't let you
It
play
was
if you didn't
both.
have your education right. Then
Exactly.
you have to sit on the bench, and that used to make dudes that had talent cry. They'd be mad, like, man, I know I'm good to play sports, but man, he'd be like,
And,
but you got to get your grades up. You know,
and
that was
then
the
all the
coaches
other
that I
kids
was
to look
around.
at the nigga that they knew was nicer than them sitting on the bench, like, oh, I got to keep my grades straight. If he on the bench,
So
then I
it runs
damn
hand
sure
in
ain't.
hand. It runs hand in hand. Obviously,
Yeah,
education is more important than sports, but if you could attract, if you can get these kids to go towards the sports and then use that as leverage to get them into education, because some kids don't want to do the education, but if you attach them to the sports scene, like, look, man, we gonna travel you over the seas to Vegas, y'all gonna play against a prestigious school. You good at this basketball, but I need you to get your grades up. You want to play, you want to be on the spotlight, right? Yeah. Well, look, let me help you with this math. Get your grades up. It's just a way to do it, bro. And I know it can be done because,
But
like
that's
I
only
said,
with
that's
our
how we.
kids though. That's backwards, and that's only with our kids.
It's with all the community. It's with the community.
No, that's with
You
our
don't want
kids.
to. You don't want to do that with the. I think it's possible.
When you talk
So
about
you
the
can do
Asian
group studies.
community, when you talk about the
Oh,
Asian
okay.
communities and the Caucasian communities and the Jewish communities, sports is secondary to them. Academic achievements is something that they are proud of and that they promote and push. But when it's us, we push sports to our kids in order to get them into the school. That makes no sense.
but
Well,
the
they have
kids like
scholarships for
sports.
that. That's what
The
I'm saying.
kids like it.
They have that advantage over a lot of these other
Yeah,
kids. They're athletic. They're genetically built
yeah,
different. And if
So
that's a way to get them to get involved in that, then that's just our route, our key that we use. I mean, unfortunately, it's gonna
yeah,
take. I believe it's gonna take a couple generations because of the indoctrination. That's what I believe, but so be it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We know the solution. You and I are a product of our environment. Yeah, yeah. Me and you did time in the halls. And
we
we was
did, but
some
I'm a
we
little
was,
different, man. I don't.
I
I'm a
know
little
you, yeah,
different.
yeah. I know you're different now, but look, I don't want to glorify no negativity, but bro,
oh,
you
well, he
was
was a
about
demon.
that.
Oh,
No, no, I was
I
never
know
a
the
demon. I was
brother. I know
misunderstood. I
the
was
brother.
misunderstood. I was
no, he was
I
a
know the
unloved
Uh,
as
demon.
brother
kids.
well,
I
and
will
I
say
ain't
this.
people.
Sorry, but I will say this. I think the reason why, because we don't make academics actually look cool.
There we go.
Like we
Good
don't make it
point.
look cool. Like the thing is about it, see us black folks, we kind of like the epitome of cool. So if it don't look cool and it looks boring, it really kind of turns us off to a degree. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have like when you go to other races, they might have shows showing them being doctors and being educated and going to school and handling stuff in school. But when you usually have us in the movies, as far as the stuff, they don't show that in the media like that, or they sweep it under the rug, whatever the case may be. They don't show us, like for example, you never seen a black do your houses before or anything like that, or you
Shit, I
never really
know one, but
seen.
I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about as far as the show in the media. You never
Oh
seen a
yeah,
black person playing the Dookie House. You never seen a
yeah,
black. You never seen a black version of 90210. And
Mm.
then when they try to do it with College Hill, it turned into a buffoonery once it got sold to Viacom. You never really see like kids doing different things in different lanes and actually doing that to where it can inspire them to want to do that. And sometimes the parents really don't push that in the household to a degree like they do athletics sometimes, or they just don't show that. Because like the OG Sami said, yeah, yeah, he right, he ain't lying. Like if you wanted to play at this game or you want to go across state to play that game and have fun and have the memories, yeah, you had to get your grades right. You had to do your thing. But to Bobby Gates' point, the motivation wasn't for them to try to be good at education. It was just for them to play that game
yeah.
and
And
for
you
them to
part of
play
yourself. I'm gonna
football.
say this. You right
Yeah.
about the media's influence because my daughter is in the ninth grade and she playing varsity flag football, and she's dead set on it. She run track for it. She dead set on football, and I'm looking at her like, damn, the media switched that whole shit around to where I thought my son was gonna do it, but no, my daughter is on it, and all she watches is that shit. All she watches strength training. I don't got to tell her to work out. She gonna run. She gonna run hard. She got the strength shoes. She got the parachute. She going hard for the shit. And I'm like, damn. But she's smart too. but the media is pushing that right now. I don't see that as a bad thing because there's a lot. Like she just went through some shit this summer where her ass almost got chipped. You know what I'm saying? And so I look at that sports shit in my and my family as a positive. I got a son who's a brainiac. Pause that though, but he's smart. I got a nephew who's in med school that runs track. So I think it's like who your parents are. You know what I'm saying? And what are you doing? I used to watch football. My daughter I know was gonna have no impact to where, and I used to when I was just to chill with her, keep her quiet. So I used to sit down and watch the game with her, run the old games with her. And now the influence was, damn, what if I had to, watch some medical school stuff with her? But that's not the reality. The reality is, I'm a father. I got kids. Hey, you capitalizing off of this? It's positive. You got good grades. I'm with it. I'm with the shit.
Hey,
And to add to
I'm
your
gonna say
point,
this.
oh my bad.
Just real quick. Us as black people, we use sports as the meal ticket. Oh, he gonna go to the NBA. My nephew gonna go pro, or this person going. We use it as a meal ticket, but other races they use it as an instrument to teach their kids discipline and self control, which transition into other walks and other fields of life that they go into and allow them to excel in their respective fields. They don't use it as a meal ticket like we do. But that meal ticket that we're trying to use, the numbers, the statistics is 1 in a million, so it don't work. So when Papa just said that we're just more inclined towards athleticism, so on and so forth, what that does, that reinforces the stereotype that we got to breed them to be strong, physically strong and mentally dumb. You feel what I'm saying? Like we
No, but
excel
at the same time, too, Bobby, I don't mean to cut you off. Like in my situation, my kid is using it because I'm like, okay, you want to be a doctor? Well, get your scholarship and let him pay for it. I can't afford that shit.
so that's on a parent.
Yeah, so
because
I can't
because
afford it.
if us
It's a
as
lot of
parents,
parents that we can't
if
afford
us
med school.
if
That shit.
us as parents did what we were supposed to do,
Uh
a
huh.
lot of us are being a tax bracket to where that wouldn't be a problem. That's why white people they plan 5 generations ahead and we don't. We don't even plan for this generation. You feel what I'm saying? We kind of just just get into shit on a whim and all this type of shit. So us as parents and us as a community, we're not putting enough thought into the upbringing of our children. We're not putting enough thought and preparing, far out enough for our kids to be able to do whatever they need to do. But I'm
What
with you,
about
brother.
what about circumstance? Because like you said, you did time, I did time. What if you just went through some hardships and when you
Listen,
got out, you still got kids?
you got you
Yeah,
got dudes who's in the mafia. They
yeah.
went down, did 10, 15 years, but being that they collectively created something that was so supportive and so powerful, when they came home, it's nothing for them to, hey man, here go 15,000 to get on your feet. Hey man, I got 10 for you. Hey man, I got 30,000. Hey man, I got this opportunity for you. We haven't really constructed anything of value in our community. It's death, it's destruction, it's dysfunction, it's all the toxic elements that a lot of other cultures and communities run away from is what's in our community. Like, what have we created that's of value as a people?
Yeah.
You do. And then you also got to understand how, because I was just about to say what Bobby Yates said. It, like he said, we come from poor and impoverished communities to where they use that as a ticket to get out those communities. So, like he said, we didn't do what we were supposed to. Like a lot of parents didn't do what they supposed to do. They didn't pick the right man to marry. They didn't
Mm,
become a little bit more ambitious. They didn't make the right choices in life. And now it put them in a position where they just thinking out of survival and not out of love in the future. So when you start thinking out of survival, you start thinking for today. You don't start thinking 50 years ahead. You just
facts,
thinking what you're gonna eat today. When
facts.
instead, when you got races that kind of be in a little bit more better communities, they thinking 50 years ahead, and this really gonna make sense. And if
Right,
you do want to play basketball, that could be an option for you. But at
right,
least you got other things that you can do that can actually make money, that can actually be some value where in basketball and work out. You can do some other stuff where that young man has been forced to think this is my only way out when it shouldn't even be like that,
right, right,
unfortunately.
right.
I feel that. I feel that.
He
Bobby,
he
I got a support group. So You know,
Hey, I
these
want to ask you
choices are
this, Peace.
these
Yo,
my daughters. These my daughter. That's my daughter's choice.
righteous. No,
You
I
know,
can
and
dig it.
I support that. She's smart. She want to play football. I'm with it.
Right.
I'm not gonna be like, no, I don't play football.
No, no, no. We're
But
not
you
talking
got
about
all
you as an
A's.
individual.
Oh
We
yeah, yeah.
talking
Oh
about
no, I
our
know, I know.
community. We're talking
Yeah,
about collectively. Like, you feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I want to ask you a quick question. $100 million, would that change the dynamics of your community?
100 million?
Yeah,
Nah,
that wouldn't change nothing in your community.
no. What community you talking about?
Shit. Whatever community. Listen, I'm from Watts. A
Yeah,
hundred million
absolutely
dollars,
not. $100 million
uh,
ain't shit. That ain't gonna change shit.
nothing at
Matter of
all.
fact, nothing. All $100 million is gonna do is get some Negro to get the 100 million, and he gonna invite everybody but his people in there to set up their business so they can make $400 million. You understand what I'm saying?
I disagree with that. If you had a person who was in tune with the community and understood what
Oh,
the
okay.
community needed, and he got $100 million in my
Uh,
community or damn Donald community or your community, do you think that can significantly change what's going on in your community?
Oh yeah, most definitely,
Okay, now that we
most
agreed
definitely,
upon that,
most
they
definitely,
say
most
they
definitely.
say they say Jay-Z's daughter is worth $100 million.
mhm.
So whatever the mother and father did, that we don't even really know the motherfucking daughter like that, but she worth $100 million.
So what is she gonna do with it?
We don't care what she gonna do with it. But what I'm saying is this point: whenever you
Uh-huh.
do what you're supposed to do, the benefits and the fruits of our labor will be able to be enjoyed by our children. Jay-Z
Oh, I
got
see
it.
what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
So his daughter is worth enough money to change our community. The $100 million that she worth, if we had $100 million in our community, we can significantly alter the course of our community. And it's a little girl that we don't even know. She's just born into money and she's worth $100 million. Now imagine that what we can do if we pool our resources together, everybody stop wanting to be so inclined to fight each other and degrade and belittle each other. And we get in these motherfucking rooms, in these boardrooms, and we think for the next 5 generations. Let's stop wearing Nike. If damn Donald got a brand, let's catapult his shit to the same status as Nike, Gucci, and all that type of shit. Because African Americans have a unique gift, and I always say this: we have a unique gift of assigning value to everything but ourselves. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree.
I agree with that.
So when we gonna start valuing ourselves? Because once I say, damn man, this dude is powerful, and this dude is this, and so on and so forth, and I want to invest in him, and he want to invest in me, then shit, we can change the dynamics of our community. We don't need Nike, Louis
But
Vuitton,
it
Gucci, and
start with it starts us individually. So it has to be a mind state that has to be created to where you want to do that. Me
okay,
and
you
you,
said it started with
me
us
and you.
individually.
Yeah, we had talks all the time, Bob. We have talks all the time. You always put me on some shit that I didn't know. We talked the other day about that shit. That's some new shit to me. I never knew that you knew all that shit. But now I know. And now I'm working on it. So
Your
now I
phone
can
is
pass it
terrible
down.
right now.
Huh? Huh?
Your reception is terrible.
It is? On the
We got
iPhone?
you now. We got you now.
I said we talked about some monumental shit. And it's each one teach one. So you taught me some shit that I didn't know. So now I'm able to I get my shit together when it comes to that, what we talked about. But it
Mhm.
has to start individually. You have to want to do it. You have to want to do it. You can't force nobody to do it. You gotta
We,
want to.
I mean, see
You know,
these type of conversations can get really really deep, because sometimes we got to understand that some of us is going to be in a position and obligated to try to help motherfuckers that don't know they need help. They're in a state of ignorance. All they know is dysfunction. All they know is chaos. So until you can go on your own hero's journey and get the elixir and come back to the community and say, listen, nigga, you sick. I was sick too. Nigga, take this. A lot of niggas is gonna stay in their folly. A lot of niggas is gonna stay in that state of ignorance. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Some niggas need help, but they don't need. Some niggas need help, but they don't know that they need help. So do we help them, or do we say, "Oh, nigga, you on your own," and then we abandon ship and go on
No,
to the next thing? You feel what I'm saying?
we help them. We help them. Just like we help each other when we in jail. We can do it in jail.
But
We
in
do it
jail,
in
we
there.
don't. But in jail, we don't got niggas going against their own healing. We don't got niggas going against the program. Everybody is on the same program, and if you're not on this program, we stick you up or beat you up and get you the fuck from up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? You got niggas on the streets, homie, that's in these
Exactly.
fucked up conditions, homie, that don't understand that if we stop unaliving one another, we all can be millionaires within 2 years if we support black businesses and we recycle our
Yeah,
black dollars.
I'm down with it, man.
Because you got to think about
I'm not against nothing you saying.
for what you saying about prison. Because I ain't never been in prison, so excuse me when I say this humble.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all stick together, y'all motivated by the racism that kind of forces y'all to get to the unity. But it's a totally different feel when you outside and you ain't got to deal with that. You ain't got to deal with that on that level that you deal with it from the pen.
Right,
So it's a lot of factors outside the prison that can prevent you from doing that unity that we do need to take into consideration. Like you said,
Right, excuse me.
right,
we in the pen, we can be unified, but when we outside, it's a whole different type of mechanism. Now you want to be cool with everybody. Now you
right,
want to live a different life. Now you content where you at. You know, that same type of unity, or it went from, you know what, I'm black, you black, we cool. Now is you from this hood, I'm from this hood, and we don't get along, so we ops now, but we was cool when we was up there.
right,
So it's like sometimes we need to kind of find a way to still enforce that unity to keep it consistent, not only in the prison yards and also outside. And
facts.
that's what we do need to work on. So Bobby A is right though. Like we do need to start doing that, but we also need to start loving each other and uplifting each other and showcasing each other because
Right.
we do have a
Hold
habit
on, fellas. Let me do this real quick.
Do your thing.
because
I hear you, big
because
bro.
we yeah, because we do have a habit of tearing each other down that actually do represents us to that highest ability.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? From the rappers, not saying that it's not our fault because it is some of these dumbass rappers' fault too. But
right,
we also don't uplift the people that's actually representing us in a good fashion and actually giving us that outlook that we more than just gangsters over there. We don't really uplift them like that.
right,
So you know what I mean? Like like you said, we do need to work on that shit just straight up. And
right,
then is we do need to work on all those things though. And I hate to say it, some people might not like it. You have to cut that black and brown shit out the window and push that to the side and start focusing on ourselves
right,
and each other. We're
right.
gonna have to really do that because not that I got anything problem with the brown folks, because I ain't got no problem with them neither. But
Mm-hmm.
we got too much stuff to work in within ourselves to be trying to be cool with everybody else. It's
Right,
like you trying to get a girlfriend. Before you get into a relationship, you got to work on everything about yourself to make the relationship better, or just in case you can set some type of codes and terms to where it's like, okay, you don't cross these lines, and we don't cross these lines, and we can be on one accord with each other. Or you
right,
be more secure in yourself and confident within yourself before you start going out dealing with other people in toxic form. And we
right.
do need to more focus on that. But I yield and let y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I think brother Peas is currently preoccupied, but what you saying is some real shit, man. We need healing as well before we can go to another
Back,
race
man.
and
I have
say,
to.
hey man, let's
I'm
hold
at my.
heads and sing
Down.
Kumbaya Mala and all that shit. Like,
Yeah, because when you look at everybody that has somewhat imposed their will on us, they've always called us when we don't have our shit together that's taking advantage of our degeneracy and dysfunctional lifestyles. And they use that as a weapon against us to prosper against us and to somewhat have leverage against us. But when
right,
we got ourselves together, they couldn't do that no more. So in order for us to have some type of leverage for our own existence, yeah, we do need to worry about focus on being together and being cool with each other and actually following suit. You know what I mean? That's the reason why no jumper punk ass big right now because everybody's selling each other out.
on my
You know what
mama.
I'm saying? That's why they big. He based because even though Adam on that bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
it's the gang. It's the gang. Not even gonna say gangs. It's the black people. Period. That sell each other out on there. If you want to sell
Right,
each other out and throw each other under the bus and do all these things and try to make it seem like black people's all like this, go on no jumper and all that other shit. Do all that other shit. But
Right.
or damn, I hate to say it, go on these other platforms, including even the black ones. All they do is throw each other under the bus. That's all you see is people throwing each other under the bus, and they not really spitting no substance. You know what
Righteous.
I'm
Righteous.
saying?
Righteous.
That's one thing I can say about the Breakfast Club. And I'm not saying the Breakfast Club is the most righteous platform. I'm just giving this an example. Even though they might have a bullshit every now and then, they still have some substance in the
They
middle of
be
that
having
bullshit.
political leaders on there
Right.
and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Right.
they
Right.
might have
Right. Right.
political leaders on there. Like you might see Just Hilarious do some dumb shit, or you might see them interview a little dude that's on that dumb shit on the crazy shit, but then they
Mhm.
gonna have Claude Anderson on there. They gonna have political leaders.
Right.
I even seen them have some black Indians on there talking about we black Indians and shit like that, and
Right.
whatever the case may be. So we don't emphasize on that. We just throw each other under the bus and emphasize on the bullshit and going viral and sometimes making ourselves look bad. So
Right.
that's what it is. But I think my boy wanted to say something. You go ahead, brother.
No, I was just piggybacking off what you were saying. You're right, but you got to do it though. That's all. That's all. We got to do it. You got to think. Give your hood $100 million. You got to do some stuff that everybody ain't gonna want to do. You got to make a school. That's $100 million right there for a school.
I disagree.
It costs $100 million to build an adequate school in these days and times, at least. And that's going to change the community. You said, what can we do with the $100 million? Build a school
That's not what I
that's
said.
facilitating
I said.
all
I
the
said. I
best
said. What
teachers.
$100 million change or be effective in your community. I said something along the lines of
Go
that.
build a school.
Not what we do. Because what I would do is focus on holistic healing. That's one of the things that I will focus on, especially now that there's been scientific information that's been released that the trauma that our fathers experienced, the hardships and the challenges that our fathers experienced can be ejaculated into our mothers, and we can experience the same shit. So we need to start focusing on healing. A motherfucker that's not healed, a motherfucker that's not healed, a motherfucker that's still, in a state of toxicity and that's contaminated, that motherfucker can't think right. Cuz can't think straight. So how can we decontaminate the minds and the bodies of our people so we'll be more inclined to give ears to wise messages? Because if all I know is they murked my homie PJ Crip, fuck them niggas, then I can't see the bigger picture because I'm on some PJ shit versus some black shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to
Yeah.
find components of creating healing centers in our communities. We need to heal. When the motherfucking when the Romans and the Greeks used to go out to war, when they came back, they went to a spa because they understood the effects of trauma. They understood that they understood aquatic therapy, so on and so forth. After they left the motherfucking spa, they went and engaged in sexual affairs and whatnot, got massages, and it's different type of therapies that releases different type of trauma and stress from the body. And I'm not saying we got to open up these spas and let motherfuckers have sex. That's not what I'm saying, because motherfuckers will twist what you're saying. But we need to focus on holistic healing. Like that shit is real big.
Hey, when I was
But
in the Navy, when we used to come back from deployment, you couldn't get off the boat for 1 month. You had to see a counselor like 3 times or 4 times a day. You had to take like 10 classes. So I
right.
understand what you're saying when you do that. They didn't want to release you into the world over here when you've been over there fighting overseas.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what the effects of that was going to be.
Right.
I got affected by it. As soon as I got off the boat, I caught a charge. I had to do
Damn,
15 years.
Damn.
So
You
dang,
know what I'm
dang.
saying?
that's all bad.
Because it was super all bad because I couldn't adapt because I was thinking like, oh, y'all still on this thinking. I'm on war thinking. Like, what's up?
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Being that they don't give proper therapy to a lot of guys who are coming from the war, but law enforcement specifically recruits individuals coming from the military.
Yeah.
Do you think in certain rare cases some of these individuals suffer from PTSD? So when they jump out in the ghetto and they see an aggressive black male or an aggressive Hispanic, do you think that they have an episode and that's what lead to them unaliving this individual out of their
No,
PTSD
they're
side effects?
well, first of all, to go to the military, to go to for the
Damn, your shit is
military,
going in and out is real bad.
What's up with my shit? You hear me now? I think it's the
Do
wind.
you got an iPhone?
Yeah, you cutting out.
Nah,
Nigga, yes, I
that
have
ain't the
the. I
wind.
told you that. I got the 16.
Okay,
What are you
that's
saying?
better.
Which one
That's
do you
better.
have? Is it
Huh?
better? No, which one do you have, Bobby?
Did this nigga just ask which one? Nigga, I have an iPhone 16, no SIM card.
Okay, me
Did
too.
this
We
nigga
talked
just try
about
to
this the other
strangle me?
night. No, I'm not. So
Oh, go
then,
ahead.
so is it better though?
A little bit.
All right, for sure. So, um, no, those niggas that are doing that shit, I could personally tell you, I know y'all not gonna believe this, but them niggas is robots. They don't have no thinking. They don't think for themselves. They're trained. They only doing one thing. They're gonna ask you a question. If you don't comply to it, they're gonna do what they was trained to do. It's nothing nobody can do about it. You know, they've been training for, especially if you came from the military. They train you to kill. They don't have no thinking on. They can't think on their own because they don't have that in them. That's why they all the
Mm,
same height, they all the same weight, and they all think the same. If they say, "Hey, do this, that, and the third," and you don't do it, you're gonna get the same reaction from every single one of them. You're gonna get the reaction for every single one of them. I hate that shit going on, but I see it. I know them. I know it. I know how they act. I know how they react to shit. I know. That's how they do shit. They don't go
mm,
by what you saying. You're a civilian. You can't tell a nigga that's trained on how to react when he's trained to react a certain way. The training doesn't erase to make you moral. To be like, no, don't do this to him because he's this. And no, it doesn't work like that. It's a paradigm that they stand on. I hate it
mm,
myself. I hate the shit. But it's not gonna stop. It's not, I mean, it is what it is. That's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how they train. And then I was on the 50 caliber on the USS Nassau, bro. LHA 4. It's an
your
amphib ship.
reception is terrible.
I said I was on the 50 caliber weapon, bro.
Hey, you gotta grab your iPhone, toss it up in the sky, and catch it, and it's gonna fix the reception.
Don't do
Davo
that.
says, no, Davo says, rolling my ass off having an iPhone doesn't mean you will have a good sound quality. That's all based on radio reception and data signals.
Nigga, I can't see the chat. You fucked up.
Brother, brother Leonard Ray, what's going on, brother?
And I was listening in for a while, and I really like when you have shows with young guys and they actually get it.
Yes, sir.
When you have young guys and they actually get it,
Yes, sir.
you know. But you got those, like I said, you got your no jumpers, you got your DJ that ain't even a DJ, Vlad,
Mm, right.
and you got all of these. It irks the hell out of me. I don't want to cuss on your show.
It's all
It
good. Do your thing.
Okay, it irked the fuck out of me
That's right.
that you get all of these, you get these people wanting to be some whatever the hell they trying to whatever, and they going on them shows with these culture vultures that's getting way more money than they get. I mean, I happened to be flipping through online one time, and this a while back, right?
Hmm.
So you got somebody that's well known, my city, the bishop. Magic Don Juan.
Right.
Homie had a
Man,
had a blunt in his nose
Yeah.
on the show. I'm like, oh, whoa, 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 player, player. You supposed to be like the greatest pimp in the world.
Right.
What you doing on there with
Right.
this redhead stepchild?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, you ain't got to call me sir. I know it's a respect thing, and I appreciate it, but man, all of that. Now I like when it's young guys that get it, like you said with the Breakfast Club.
Hmm.
They gonna do their foolery, but then they are gonna come with some substance or something that makes some sense.
Right.
And okay, I could ride with that. But when you straight no substance and tomfoolery,
Hmm.
the whole doggone ride, I'm like, no. See, because all that does is push that victim Olympic narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's a victim, and you can't come up and do this because see, the white man this, the white man that. I'd be like, man, if you don't get up off that, get up off your doggone ass and go get some.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right. But the question is, how much can we get before the white man comes and try to sabotage what it is that we're creating or what it is that we're getting? Because I feel like to a degree, the white folks do meddle in our affairs, but we can't
Hmm.
use that as a handicap and say, oh man, the white man got his foot on my neck. Like, no, nigga, you got to make an effort. And if we're become too successful, I feel like that they'll come and meddle in our affairs, see what's going on, and try to turn us against each other, whatnot. But we can get to the paper. We can acquire some level of success.
Hmm. Well, like I said, a lot of people they can acquire success. It's easier than a lot of people think, but you got a lot of people they don't want to let go of the hood. I mean, it's people that's back in Chicago. I came up with right. I
Mm-hmm.
left in '86. I'm like, yo, man, see you. I'm
Right,
out. You got cats up there now. They like me, over 60, out there sitting on a milk crate with a 40 ounce,
right,
looking at the young guns out there running, ripping, running the street. They done watched their whole life go by, they missed them. Now they gonna try to talk to the youngins. You know, you might not want to do that, but it's like, well, what you gonna show them? You gonna show them some success? Why am I gonna listen to you when you ain't got nothing to show me that work for you?
right. Exactly. I agree with you.
See, that's like me going to a priest asking him, how to blow a chick back out. He's not a reliable source.
Right,
A Catholic
right.
priest.
Most definitely.
You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right. But a lot of dudes who are reliable sources, they acquire, obtain a certain level of success, and they disassociate themselves with the streets. That you know what I mean, kind of like I don't want to say birthed them, but that they learned a lot from, especially in regards to being resilient. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't acquire success and go back into the South Side of Chicago, the hood parts of Chicago, Watts, Compton, South Central, Harlem, Brooklyn, and so on and so forth, and show these brothers, hey man, there's a blueprint, and if you follow this blueprint, then you too can acquire a certain level of success as well. You feel what I'm saying? It's not a lot. It's not a lot of brothers that's giving back. Now, Jim Brown, this dude is you can say that he's a major contributor to the 1992 peace treaty between Bloods and Crips in Los Angeles. Kareem
Mhm.
Abdul-Jabbar, Muhammad Ali, these were brothers who were celebrities who acquired a level of success and went back and said, listen, man, if you want to follow this path, I got you. Same thing with Ken Norton, rest in peace to him, and same thing with Archie Moore. But it's not a lot of brothers now today that care enough about their people to go back and say, listen, man, this is the blueprint. If you can follow this plan to be disciplined and adhere to the rules and regulations that I bring forth, then we can go somewhere. Like dudes ain't giving back no more.
But see, the thing is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
James Brown, you got to put him on that list too. Now, don't forget
Right,
about
James
Brother
Brown. Yes,
James.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes,
All right,
indeed.
Brother James. All right, now you'll get them. They could go back because they're so recognizable of figures.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna catch. They ain't gonna catch no fade. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
They ain't gonna catch no fade. Now, say me, for instance, right? I'm from
mm-hmm.
Inglewood.
Righteous.
Say if I go over on the west side of Chicago, over in K Town, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to talk to these youngins, and I'm wearing this is a shirt from the high school I went to, and they
Right,
look on there, they see Rose and Julian, that nigga from the South Side, man. What you doing over here, man? What you doing over here, man? You need to go back over the South Side, man. We don't even fuck with the South Siders like that. We know the South Siders don't fuck with us. And there you go, that division. It's
right.
that deep in Chicago. Cause see,
But,
like when I
but
went
we
to the
got to know our
military,
audience, big brother. We got to know our audience. Like I'm from PJ Watts Crip. I'm certified over there. I'm not bragging or boasting, but I
right?
wouldn't go to the Jordan Downs and trying to create peace wearing a PJ Wash Crip hat or wearing anything that can enrage these brothers or make these brothers associate my name with that, and they oversee the vision. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to know our
Right.
audience. I will go over there in neutral colors, and I will refrain from using certain verbiage that can trigger these brothers. You feel what I'm saying? We got to
But
know
in
our audience.
Chicago, now Chicago is so that people could listen to somebody. Your doggone accent alone will tell somebody on the west side and the way you move of
Right.
south side and the west side, they could tell each other. Now, note, this ain't nothing gang related. This is
Right.
just what side of the city you from. Because I
Right.
would never gang in no type of. I mean, I grew up right down the street from Larry Hoover.
Uh-huh.
You know, people be talking about, oh man, you ain't from. I'd be like, well, what's his address then?
Right.
I give you his address.
Right.
Was his house on the doggone west side of the street, or the south side, east side, north side?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick. And
Right.
and I give it to him. This is the address. All right,
Right.
and this is where it was located. Now, like I said, Chicago just funny like that within itself. But you know, you go back there, which I went back on the block. Hey man, look, I'm over in Germany. Man, them broads over there, boy, they would do, they had you, man, they had your head twisted off. You know what I'm saying? They be
Yeah.
getting it. Man, you got to experience it. I can't even describe it to you, right?
Righteous.
And you getting paid, and you could like if you want to do something on the wild side, I'm go to go to Switzerland and ski or something. You could take you a weekend, or you want to go to Greece. You could take you a doggone 4-day weekend and do this, that, and you get it for the low on this here, and you traveling through Europe. You good, and you getting a paycheck, and they
Right.
feeding you.
Right.
But nah, man, I ain't going to fight the white man war. See, the white man ain't done nothing. You gonna fight for a country that ain't ever fight for you, and I'll be like, you know what? I just cut it off right there.
Yeah.
I cut it off.
I mean, for a lot of brothers, that may be a stepping stone, and I wish more young brothers would just entertain the idea, because it can be a stepping stone for you. It can get you out the
Hmm.
confines of the government, not the government, but it can get you out the confines of the ghetto and put you in a position to where you can be a homeowner and you can get one of the best educations in the world. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not
Hmm.
opposed to it. Would I do it? No, I wouldn't do it. But for a young dude out here that don't have an identity and he feel like being a gang member is the best thing that it can be, no, go join the army, because you can go over there, you can unalive motherfuckers, you can get paper, they're gonna give you an education, they're gonna give you a house. You feel what I'm saying?
And then if you got to up that thing on somebody, you gonna hit what you up that thing on. You ain't gonna be
Exactly.
spraying out here all willy nilly like they doing.
Righteous.
See what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
You gonna be thoroughly trained on how to put three in the size of a quarter in somebody's chest.
Righteous.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and it ain't even about go in and retire and this and that. I used to tell these young cats, it's like, look, if you don't know what you want to do, you go in for 3 years, you'll know then.
Right.
You'll be like, well, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Well, I know what I was doing. Now
Right.
I'm enjoying some money from this. I don't want to do this, and I definitely don't want to go back to do that. Then you're gonna start thinking through plans.
Right.
See,
Right.
and there's a lot of them now, man. The way they giving out that money now. I mean, there's cats that I knew that went in like in the early '80s, had problems. They got their medical records. They went and seen some of them. These people here,
Right.
they getting a check for the rest of their life. Plus, they ain't paying no doggone property taxes on their joint.
Right.
Yeah, they got it. Whereas it's people. If you was in the vicinity, like say you go back to Desert Storm, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said if you flew over Iraqi Kuwaiti airspace, you got a claim just because you was in the air flying over there. I'm like, well, god damn,
That's heavy.
yeah. So I'll be pushing that out. I'll be like, hey man, look, get that money.
Right.
Get the money.
For a lot of young brothers, we got to make these alternatives to prison more marketable, more commercialized. You feel what I'm saying? Versus our death and destruction in the hoods and being, hit like a dog and all this and all that. Because a young
Mhm.
cat is asks himself, man, do I want to potentially go to the military and retire from the military, or do I want to go do 50 years to 100 years in prison behind this gang shit? You feel what I'm saying? If that
Right.
if that was my options, I'm going with the military because I know
Right.
it'll put me in a position to where I can sustain a family. I know it'll put me in
Hmm.
a position to where I can sustain myself and I can acquire some form of wealth and stability. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. What people don't look at, and like I said, I'm old, man. I'm over 60. And I'm upfront with it. I tell, I don't be trying to be some young man, play a old man rather playing young man games. It's like, nah, hell no. It's like this. A lot of these youngins are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason they acting the way they acting, because they hurting.
Right. I agree.
Like you could go and ask, well, what would you want to do? You grow up and you get college or whatever. What would you want to do? You know what the mass majority of them say?
But
I want to help people.
hmm.
That's what they say. I want to
Right.
help people because see, it wasn't nobody there to help me.
Righteous.
See, and it's a lot of these youngins out here. They could be applying for Social Security benefits because they have PTSD,
I agree.
and they don't even know. You ain't got to go to war to get that.
Right.
You saw your homie smoked at the end of the block. You went down there. You seen what you used to talk to every day. It's nothing but an empty shell now. That
Right.
play on your mental.
Righteous.
You had nightmares. You'll hear certain things, smell certain things, and you relive that whole situation all over again.
Right. Right.
That's
I'm
PTSD. But
I'm a product of that.
nobody is explaining to anybody what PTSD really is. They think you got to go to war and be shooting and get shot at in war only.
Mm-mm. Nah.
See what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's all about information, but people got to be receptive of it. Because I tell people, it's like, okay, the people of my generation that were born in the early 60s,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us, what's going on now is our fault because a lot of us, we failed our kids.
Righteous.
Failed our kids. Our parents marched for all the civil rights. We got a more level playing field to get our come up on. And we got all on some entitlement bullshit.
Right.
And that's why all that, I did it, you did it. You could do it. I did it, you could do it.
Mm.
Then 1974, when they allowed, and this ain't a ding on women in case any women listening, because I don't want them to jump on my head. In
Righteous.
1974, when women were allowed to get credit on their own without a man's signature,
Hmm.
they ran wild with it. And that's when the sisters start putting themselves deep in debt. Because you know how black women shop.
Right.
It's an addiction. They can't help themselves.
Right.
So now they talking all this. I got these degrees. I got this. Yeah, you got that. You got college debt, school loans, that type of debt. Then you got the regular old debt. Because every time you seen that cute pair of shoes or whatever you called it, you just had to go buy them instead of paying your bills. And you got that.
Right.
Then it came crack.
Righteous.
It came crack.
Right.
See, 1980, it
Right.
came crack. Those of us by 1980, we were 18,
Right.
20.
Right.
Some of us got lit, started making babies.
Right.
Them babies had afflictions because that crack threw our DNA off.
It did. 100.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now you got these children that are born in the early 2000s, not 90s. They ain't balanced out right. Their
Right.
learning capabilities.
Right.
Now it's 2025. Our grandchildren are crack grandbabies for those of us that indulged. And what you got out here now, they're called the YNs today, right?
Right.
Those are our crack grandbabies.
Right.
And I try to explain that. And, oh man, why you just doggone all negative about black people. I'm like, I'm not being negative. I'm
It's
saying
the truth. This is
historical
a fact.
facts.
Right. This is a fact.
I mean, somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Nah, you're right. You're right. I'm a product of this.
See? So then that's a whole lot of hurt and pain. just
Right.
through that one little powder subject and
Right.
substance. And I hate the way they did Ricky Freeway Ross.
Mm-hmm.
That was cold blooded. Because Ollie North did 3 years.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
man had to fight for his freedom. He did a doggone dub. And they was giving him the dope, the cocaine importation agency.
Right. Right.
He ain't like he made a deal like in the movie, what was that? The movie American Gangster.
Mm-hmm.
He flew over to Vietnam and made a deal with the doggone big dude that had the product.
Right.
Ricky Ross ain't do that.
Right.
They're like, he got skills. We gonna use him.
Right.
Yeah.
But we see this a lot. They come to our community and they employ certain peoples to do,
To destroy the community.
to destroy the community or the image of a black man. Like the same thing with Diddy. Diddy ain't the first person that was doing this shit, but they
At
made him
all.
the poster child of it. You feel what I'm saying? They made him the poster child of it. I think it was Malcolm X said, or Farrakhan said, man, it's easy to, or it was one of these black historical figures, right? Said that it's easy to break down a black man because his own people help you do it. Diddy
Sure
didn't start
will.
this shit. They invited Diddy into these galas and these freak offs and all this type of shit. And then when he felt out of favor, they say, look what this motherfucker do. But we still ain't seen him Epstein files and shit. You did what I'm saying? They always do
Hmm.
that shit to us.
And see that, and that's the lick. And like I said, that's the reason I enjoy when you got a panel like this. You got young brothers that's talking, communicating, putting the truth out there, and ain't a whole lot of signifying back and forth going on. Because that's the future. Because see, y'all could reach them youngins.
Right.
I come, hey, young man. They looking at me, man. What you on, Grandpa?
Hmm.
They already
Exactly.
offended with my presence simply because of one thing. They didn't have a daddy.
Right. Right.
So me coming in, they looking at me, granddad, nigga. You ain't my daddy. You too old. You ain't even my mama's daddy. They're real
So
offensive. They're offensive because they didn't have what they really wanted in life, a
right.
father.
Right. So do you think that some African American young males actually hate black masculinity?
Yeah,
And
it hurts
why do you think so? Why do you think some of these young black males hate black masculinity?
because it hurts to be a masculine man.
How
It
so?
takes responsibility to be a masculine man.
Righteous.
All that stand on business that they talking, they actually have to do it for real.
Right.
See, a man, you could step on that man's foot. Oh, sorry about that. The other person that foot got stepped on as a man will accept that apology. Oh, don't worry about it, bro. It's all good. I know you didn't mean to do it on purpose.
Righteous.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
nothing but a shoe. I
Right.
could get another shoe.
Right.
But say if I get into an altercation with this man, one of us take the other one out.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a double dose. You got one in the ground and one in the joint.
Right.
And who is that helping?
Nobody.
It ain't helping. It ain't helping Black America.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to get them out of that mindset. It's like I was talking to this ain't like recent, but I was talking to my son one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said it was some guys that they got this one guy in particular, they having a conversation. And he was talking about Black History Month, talking about the United States gives us the shortest month of the year to celebrate Black history. See, because them racist white folk. And then my son was like, "No, that ain't it, bro." Well, what you mean? No, 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 no. I said, see, first it started out as this thing called Negro Week. And it was this guy, Carter G. Woodson,
Mm-hmm.
to commemorate Frederick Douglass' birthday. And then it started getting celebrated for like a whole month in 1970. Then 1976, the bicentennial year of the United States, it got signed in, whereas it was a month-long recognized celebration.
Right.
Where you read that at? I didn't. My father told me that.
Right.
Oh, so you think just because you had a father, you know
Mm,
everything? Is that crazy?
that's crazy. But this is another way to look at it as well, as in regards to young African American men hating black masculinity. Like you say, you have to be structured, you have to be disciplined in order to be a man. First and
Hmm.
foremost, you got to know how to control your emotions, understand your emotions so you can better control them, because you got a lot of dudes killing off temporary emotions. So you had that temporary emotion, you made a permanent decision. Now you spending 50 years in prison, and you wishing and you thinking at the age of 30, like, damn, it wasn't all that serious. But getting back to what I was saying, and this is no shot at the sisters. You have a lot of sisters that openly disrespect black males. Your daddy is this, or he just gonna leave me with these kids, and he this and he that. And these kids develop resentment towards black men. And then you also gotta factor in the trauma that they feel for their fathers being gone. They have been taught to hate black masculinity.
Exactly. It was a sister that came over here to see me. The last time I saw her, I think it may have been like 2010, right?
Right,
And her shorty was a shorty. I mean, he was a shorty. 15 years later, that boy taller than me.
right,
She was making a road trip going from like one state to the other, whatever, and she stopped by. We were talking. Now, homie is going to college now. He about to enter college this year. And
right.
she like, so she's sitting here over on this side. Yeah, it's damn daddy. And I said, oh, whoa, 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 T, what? I said, I ran it down. I said, what? I'm like, okay. I'm like, you know his daddy ain't. I know his daddy ain't. But damn, don't say that in front of him. You don't know what that do to him.
Exactly. This is
And she,
true.
well,
Right.
them niggas be. I'm like, and I was just sitting there like, you know what? Your son, my house. Your son, don't do that to that man. Not in my house now. Come on now. I mean, I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? On no poor rank. We was in Afghanistan together.
Mm-hmm.
Elbow to elbow to elbow. You know what I mean? Come on now. Just don't do that. Cause maybe you'll figure out later on. Then I got to thinking, okay, homie 18. How long has he been hearing his daddy ain't nothing?
Right,
Or ain't shit, rather, just to keep it real.
right,
Now, what if from all of that, he mess around and end up, hot pockets?
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Just out of
reality
the
for a lot of
hatred.
our young black males, though.
Yeah, they running around Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity.
Right,
And they think and the women, they love it.
right.
That's what they love, gays and gangsters.
And you know who else love it? White America. They either want
I
you to be
know.
they either want you to be an overgrown boy or an effeminated, male.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of our women is breeding. You feel what I'm saying? Emotional ass dudes are dudes that what you just said, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, just look at the movie industry, man. Now, I'm quite sure everybody on here remembers that series on HBO called The Wire.
The Wire, yes, yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah. You
Dude that
talking
played
about
Omar, I didn't
he
know
was
that
gay?
that dude wasn't really, you know
Mm,
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was saying that he wasn't really like that though.
He
They just
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
yeah, they did say he wasn't like that for some real reason. Yeah, they said nah. They said he was robbing folks, but he wasn't gay for
Right.
some.
He is like 50 Cent in New York, like a stick up kid.
Yeah, yeah, they did say that. And
And they said, because that's how
hold
you
on,
end
wait,
up
wait,
getting
wait,
that
wait, wait. My,
flash.
my, my apologies, my apologies. So I thought you was talking about the actor wasn't really like that, but you talking about the person that they based the character off of wasn't
No,
yeah,
no,
really
no.
like
yeah,
I'm
that.
talking
yeah,
about the actual actor. Wasn't like that.
Well, yeah, of
Oh,
course he was playing a role.
He just played the role. He had the
Yeah,
scar across his face, everything. He
yeah,
played the
yeah. Mike,
role.
Mike, Mike.
yeah, he
Yeah,
wasn't like that in real life. He
Yeah,
but
had
not
see,
in
passed
real
see,
away.
life.
right,
But
right,
it's like
right.
this here. You can't doggone offer me enough money for me to doggone put my mouth on another man's mouth.
Yeah,
Not at all.
I
Then,
ain't no, and then laid down all passionate, and then you had the other one from that other show they had called True Blood. You had this brother's name, they called him Lafayette,
mm,
the one that was Tara's cousin. Now he from Chicago or the south suburbs, whatever, right?
mhm.
He wasn't like that for real either, but played that role in that movie. Matter of fact, in The Butler,
But
he
we all
played
know why
Mike.
they do that. We all know why they do that. They do that because they trying to demasculize us. They trying to let your kid watch it so they can be like, oh, I could be a gangster and I could be this too. Oh,
Yeah.
this is cool.
Hey,
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah.
All right, cool. That's what they're doing. They
Yeah.
do it on purpose.
I just gotta, man. I hope I get right back. I just gotta call somebody. They checking in on me, making sure, because I just got out the hospital last week. So
Hey,
let me
prayers
call
going
them.
to you,
All right,
big
man.
brother.
Prayers up to
Hey,
you,
tap
Mr.
in
Ray.
anytime, man. Tap in
Well, yeah, I
anytime,
hope
big
I can
brother.
get right back. This shouldn't be no long call. I don't know if y'all still
Okay.
gonna be online
Yeah,
though.
we'll
All
be
right,
here.
for
We'll
sure.
be here.
Okay, all right.
All right, big brother.
Nah, but OG was stating facts though. He definitely
Man, on the
was
reels, man. OG
like
had me
like
hype.
he was
Yeah.
like if you because if you watch some of these movies, like if you look at people like Keanu Reeves or people like Patrick Swayze, rest in peace, or people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or
They didn't
even
make them
Leo
do
Bush,
that.
they
Hmm.
didn't make them do that. If you look at all their movies, it's all based upon masculinity and being men and solving problems. Like
Righteous.
the last movies that we actually had like that was probably Action Jackson and Blade and even Wesley Snipes, despite him playing on 2-1 Food with Patrick Swayze. But but they didn't. But like you said, they didn't make them do that.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying. But you ain't gonna see no black dude playing commando, saving his daughter and killing no folks.
Nah.
And,
Or you got to go through a
yeah,
humiliation ritual. That's
yeah,
what
you
they
gotta
just
go through.
put Diddy through.
Yeah, you gotta go do humiliation ritual.
They had a whole
Yeah,
Rico on this man with all of these charges.
man.
And at the end of the day, he got found guilty for getting prostitutes. That was a humiliation ritual. They want you to know what he was doing. And he jumped into it with ease, like cool. As long as when I get out, I get this and I get that. I paid off her. That bitch should have been on trial too. Cassie should have been on trial.
Hmm.
You did most of the shit too. You calling up the people and all the shit. You getting pissed in your mouth and all the shit. They did that to him. That's what they do. That's a humiliation ritual. He participated in it. He did it. Now we know. Now watch when he get out and how successful he be. They
I think he'll
humiliate
be
you.
able. I think he may be able to commercialize those Diddy parties,
He is.
minus the sex. But if he say I got a Diddy party, I think a lot of dudes will start flocking to those Diddy parties.
No,
And I
but
feel like,
the thing about it is if you knew about who Diddy was in the 1990s, and here we are 2025, and you knew what was going on in the parties, then why are you going to the parties?
hmm,
If you tell me that it's gonna be some niggas over here, hey P's, I'm gonna come get you. It's yay, my nigga, top of the top. Yeah, what up?
no,
I'm
I'm
about to
not
come.
getting nobody from the homosexual parties. I
No,
don't
I'm
engage.
talking about I'm using
Use
an
another
analogy.
name.
No,
Another name,
this is
man.
an analogy. I'm saying, and these niggas got AKs in the car. I'm gonna come swoop you up.
Okay.
I'm like, hell no, nigga. I ain't about to be around that. You crazy?
Right, right, right,
That can get me caught up. No, no, thank you.
right.
And every time you called, it was like that. I know not to get in the car with you.
Exactly.
No, man, I'll meet you over there. I'm not saying nothing, but you already come on, man.
Right, right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right, right.
saying? So that's what I'm saying. They do all of this shit. This shit is a simulation, bro. This is not real. It's not.
Can
This
we can
half of
we
the shit you could bring out that shit. You can't bring out the Epstein files. Why? Because everybody that's important is in the files.
exactly. So listen, can we potentially do another live to where you can explain to us on how this is a simulation? Because I gotta go, man. I just got a situation that just popped up. I gotta get to this bread, you feel me? But I would like to, you know what I mean, have a conversation with you or brother Damn Donald as well about how this experience is actually a simulation.
No problem. It is though.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I definitely would do that with
I
you.
mean, but big bro, do you feel the same? Do you feel that this experience called life may be a simulation?
Definitely.
Not you, the other big brother.
Okay.
Tell me, say that one more time.
Do you believe that this experience that we experience, we call it life? Do you think it can be a simulation?
It definitely can be a simulation.
Okay, well, listen, man.
Yeah.
We gonna come back. Hey, when the next time y'all gonna have some time, man? Let's schedule a time to come on here and talk about how this experience and may just be a simulation and none of this shit is real.
Oh
Shit.
man,
Whenever, man.
never, man. I ain't gonna switch to. I'm
Well,
available
shit.
all day.
Well, let's do it tomorrow around like what? Shit, 1 o'clock. Y'all be or noon. Y'all be free noon,
For
and we
Oh
sure.
can
yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
and
most
we can
definitely.
talk about how this may be a simulation because a lot of people is gonna contest it. They're gonna be like, well, if this is a simulation, how am I knocking on this wood right here? How I'm snapping my fingers? A lot of people is gonna contest it and whatnot. You feel me? So let's do that,
They
man.
gonna be
Let's let's
contested with the
let, let's
facts. Yeah.
let's give people something to think about outside of the norm on these social media platforms and whatnot. Brother Peas, we are going to get together and let's see if we can really get together and create something that can be a contender to YouTube that we can go on and we can our Clubhouse, because YouTube is a major
Mhm.
application program and shit. But yeah, man, let's continue that conversation, man, and see if we can get that done, man. But listen, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in on y'all Kim folks, man. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow at noon, man. To
All
everybody
right,
that's real,
sure.
man, too black, too strong. We all we need, we all we got, man. And I'm off this time, man. Be blessed. One love.